right, hello and welcome to Quarantine Cooking with Tarah, episode 11. Today we're actually going to make one of my favorite pimento cheeses that Keith and I actually eat quite a lot for lunch, and this is probably my favorite recipe. And being that I grew up in Tennessee, I love pimento cheese, but honestly I think this rivals a lot of those. So all right, let's get started. So for this recipe, you're going to need shredded cheddar cheese. I like this Sargento, the extra sharp cheddar with the big cuts. This is the one that we use. I like it the best, personally. You're also gonna need 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm using the 1/3 less fat, but trust me when I say the full fat one makes it even better. Mayonnaise, we use the light Hellmann's mayo, but full fat mayonnaise also makes it taste better. We're also going to use garlic powder, red pepper flakes, and then I like to use minced onion as well. You can use onion powder if you want, but I like this the most. Some people don't like garlic powder, and if you don't just leave it out, it still tastes just as good. And then a little thing of pimentos. I just get this little jar and use the whole thing. And that's it. And then, salt and pepper to taste. So I've had this out at room temperature for a little while. This being the cream cheese. Let me cut it open because it's not cooperating. Just gonna dump that whole thing in there. Hands. All right, and then for the mayonnaise, it actually calls for 1/2 cup. I just usually do, I have this big spoon, so I'm just gonna do maybe a little bit more than that. And then this bag, it says 2 cups, but I just use 1 bag. Because as you'll see, the cut of this cheese is really large. So, it makes it a little bit more filling. I'm going to go ahead and kind of mash this together a little bit. Just a little bit, not too much because I still got to add in my spices. For the pimento cheese, let's see if I can get this open. Oh, there we go. Jeez Louise. I'll pour a little bit of the juice out. I didn't pour it all out, but I poured most of it out. And if you can't find pimentos for some reason, all it is red peppers that have basically just been cooked. They're just roasted red peppers is all they are. I never knew that until I actually didn't have any, and so I was trying to find out what exactly it was, and I was like, oh, I had no idea. How simple. As for the garlic powder, it says 1/4 teaspoon. I'm just gonna do a little shaky shake there. The onions, same thing. It calls for 1/4 teaspoon, but I usually put a little bit extra in there. And then the red pepper flakes, it's kind of, I don't know, it's 1/4 teaspoon, but as you've learned, I like spice, so I'm gonna add a little extra there as well. And that's it, and then we just mix this all together. And if you're wondering, this actually makes 12 servings. One thing Keith and I did not realize, and this is another reason why we have joined Weight Watchers, is because we don't eat bad. Our portion sizes, though, were just out of whack. So, we were going to the gym, we were working out, we were doing the things we thought we were supposed to be doing, but we really weren't seeing a lot of results. Well, this recipe actually kind of was an eye-opener, because when I first made it, I did not realize that it was 12 servings. I just, didn't even think about it, honestly. Well, when I realized that, I was like, oh my God, we've been eating this thing in like 2 days. So essentially, the two of us were eating this in 2 sittings. And I mean, that just kind of showed us our food scale was just so bad. And so Weight Watchers has really kind of helped us figure that all out. And you know, it's been good. We've been losing weight. I mean, unfortunately right now we're not as active as we were since we're all quarantined inside, but you know, once things get back to normal, hopefully that will change. Of course, I don't have my salt and pepper here, but this is when I would add a little salt and pepper and mix it in. So this is all you do. That's it. This is the recipe. And then I usually will put it into a container, usually this container, a square one, and I take a knife and I mark the servings so that whenever we actually make lunch, I know that when I take like this out, it's only 1 serving for him, 1 for me. And so this will last us 12 lunches essentially. So, and then how we eat it, if you were wondering, is I would take one of these low carb tortillas. I would put half of this side filled with the pimento cheese, flip it over, and then I grill it in just a skillet, like, you know, like a quesadilla. So then it's kind of like a grilled cheese sandwich or grilled pimento cheese sandwich. And then we like to eat it with tomato soup. And the tomato soup we like is actually this one. And you can get this on Amazon, you can get it at your grocery store, but obviously right now things are a little difficult to find, but Amazon has this, and I actually bought like a case of 12 and we have 2 left. So this is something we eat a lot, and I cut it up into 4 little sandwiches and then we just dip it and eat it, and it's essentially like eating a grilled cheese and tomato soup for lunch. So that's my suggestion, and hopefully you'll like it. If you like pimento cheese, I'd love to hear what you have to say, because I don't really know that this is traditional, because, you know, I never had cream cheese in my pimento cheese. So this was a new one for me and I really like it. So for portion size, this is what I was talking about. So this is actually a bigger container that I showed you, but I wanted to make sure that it all fit in there. But so what I do is it's 12 servings. So there's 1 for me, there's 1 for Keith, and then the next day, and next day, and next day. So it works out really well, and it keeps our portions under control. And I will say, which I forgot to mention, it is good cold, but my favorite way to eat this version is hot. So having it as a pimento grilled cheese sandwich really does make a huge difference. So I hope you enjoy it.